Comes the time now to turn to our little touch of the legitimate theater. It's my extreme pleasure tonight to present to you two very fine stars, the lovely Miriam Hopkins and the distinguished Charles Korvin, in a scene called Farewell to Love. The scene is a dressing room in probably, well, most any fine theater in New York City, and it's the concluding performance of Myra Kenyon and Stacey Boone. They've been playing together for many years in this hit show. I guess that's about all to tell you about it, so I'll turn the stage over to Miss Miriam Hopkins and Charles Korvin.
Hello? Oh, no, Nellie, you stay down at the boat. Have you got all the luggage aboard? Fine. Well, I'll finish up here. There isn't much. No. Don't worry, I won't be late. Come in.
The curtain has fallen. And I've closed the door on another season.
It's hard to realize there won't be a next time, isn't it, darling?
Would you mind not calling me that?
Calling you what, darling?
Darling. Do you have any idea how many times you've called me darling in the last 6 years? Roughly speaking.
Oh, would you say calling you darling was roughly speaking?
Don't try to be funny, I mean it. You have called me darling exactly 27 times in that play, and we've played it for 2 years.
2 years and 1 month, darling.
There you go again. Very well, 2 years and 1 month. With matinees, that makes 856 performances, not counting holidays and leap year.
Oh, let's count leap year.
All right, 858.
You know, Stacey, dear, in all these years, I don't think I've ever given you a real thrill.
Strangely enough, you did. Once.
Honestly?
Honestly. It was during that first week, just before Lover's Serenade opened, remember? Peter called me into his office and he said, I want you to meet Miss Kenyon. She's to play Helena.
I remember. You were wearing a straw hat and a purple tie.
I never wore a purple tie in my life.
You did that day, and a gray suit with stripes.
It was herringbone. You were all in white. You looked so peculiar in New York. I knew you must be from the South or the West. You sounded scared to death.
I was, of you.
You needn't have been. It was my first chance at a decent part.
I couldn't know that coming from the start. I thought every actor in New York was a star. I nearly cried with joy when you asked me to dinner.
Nice dinner, wasn't it?
Heavenly. I can still remember the little table.
The red checkerboard tablecloth. And the fortune teller.
50 cents for your future.
It was almost my last 50 cents, but it was worth it.
7 years of good luck for you both.
She was right.
Yes. It's been strange, hasn't it? Almost like a novel.
Except that in a novel, we'd have fallen in love. Desperately.
I suppose so.
You know, from that first moment I said, that's the girl, I didn't sleep a wink.
All week?
All week.
Oh, come now, you must have slept a little.
Not an hour. I just sat in front of your photograph and stared at it.
You know something? I was just as far gone as you were.
Not really.
Really? I didn't have a picture, but I have that phonograph record. The one we got in the funny little music shop. Now, believe it or not, I've still got that record somewhere. Let me see. I know I saw it the other... Right here. Remember how we danced all night?
Dance?
Mm-hmm. Heavenly song, wasn't it?
Heavenly. I wonder why nobody has ever written anything as good since.
Oh, perhaps it's just us. Perhaps nothing ever seems as good.
Perhaps. Remember how you snuggled your cheek against my shoulder? I used to pray, really pray, that someday I might kiss you.
How long did that go on?
Until rehearsal started and you began stealing my scenes.
I did, didn't I?
You certainly did. After that, for 3 long years, I hated your dear little guts.
Why, only for 3 years?
You wore me down. I got so used to it, it didn't bother me anymore.
They say it's like that with the hair shirt. Drives you crazy at first, but after a while, you get used to it. Hello? Oh, hello, yes, this is Miss Kenyon speaking. Oh, Reggie, darling. Are you coming to the boat to see me off to Merry England? I'm sorry. Yes, he's here. He's leaving tonight, too. No, for the coast, doing a picture, you know.
5,000 a week, and how I hate to take it.
Quote that in your column. Yes, darling, they wanted me too, but I refused. No. No, I'm not holding out on you. Truly, we haven't any plans. Yes. Yes, I'll give you the news first when there is any. Bye, sweet. Wretched little snooper.
You know, that's what I like about you. Your beautiful sincerity. You know, it's odd, but speaking of plans, we haven't talked about ours for next fall.
No, we haven't, have we?
To tell you
well, as a matter of fact, no, you spoke first.
No, you.
Well, I might as well tell you, darling. I'm going it on my own next season.
So? Well, I hope you have luck. Got a play?
Halfway. That's why I'm going to England. There's one rehearsing in London. Oh, I'm sorry, darling, to let you down,
Don't apologize, see? As it happens, it saves me a lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been making some plans of my own.
Plans that didn't include me?
That didn't include you. World Pictures wants to back me in a stage play and make it into a picture later.
Don't you think that's a trifle, well, disloyal?
But you were dickering for a play.
You couldn't possibly have guessed that. And even if you did, how did you know I wouldn't want to play with you again next fall?
Well, if that isn't exactly like a woman.
Oh. Whenever a man has done something particularly underhanded, he always says that a woman is exactly like a woman.
But I haven't done anything underhanded. I'm not tied to you by any contract. I'm not even married to you.
You needn't say it in that unpleasant tone of voice.
I didn't say it in any tone of voice. I just
I
said...
heard what you said quite plainly, and you needn't repeat it.
Well, at any rate, we've gotten that out of our systems.
It's a relief, isn't it?
Yes, like getting through with the dentist.
Are you comparing me to a dentist?
Not 5 minutes ago, you were comparing me to a hair shirt.
I did nothing of the kind. Oh, Stacy. Stacy, darling, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I wouldn't for worlds.
Oh, darling, darling.
Darling.
That's been the trouble.
We love each other.
Those stage scenes, being forced to make love to you every night,
And 2 matinees.
kept us from the real thing. Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, my love.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't know, but I can't leave you. Not now.
Never in this world.
Let's cancel our reservations.
No England for you.
Yes, no Hollywood for you.
Where can we get married?
I don't care. Where will we spend our honeymoon?
It doesn't matter.
No. Oh, but I'll have to let them know about that play. I really hate to give it up. It had a lovely second act. Of course, the man's part had to be cut down a bit and mine built up, and then it would have been quite perfect. Had such a good title, Afterglow.
Afterglow? Why, that's the play World Picture was considering for me.
Not really. Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure, but you're quite wrong. You know it's not the woman's play, it's the man's.
I just got through telling you that's what's wrong with it. I'm going to England to see the author
And persuade him to wreck my part.
It wasn't to be your part, idiot. Oh, I can't stand that record any longer. It's driving me mad.
Myra.
Stacy. How awful.
We're letting things be ruined again.
By a play. Silly little play.
As though it mattered.
As though anything mattered. Except just us.
What beautiful eyes you have.
You should know you've been looking into them for something like 7 years.
And the dimple. That dimple's new. I'm quite sure I've never seen that before. Do you remember the love scene from Afterglow? Good, wasn't it?
Well, I suppose you'd think so. It was all the man's. The woman was practically reduced to yes and no.
That's the way it should be. It's her character.
Her character can be changed.
Why should you take a perfect play and change it?
If it were perfect, I wouldn't want to change it. Surely a few improvements.
Such as only you know how to make.
Well, obviously no one knows what I can play as well as I.
But you are not going to play it.
Are you trying to tell me?
Well, answer it.
Hello? Hello? Well, hello, Reggie, dear. No, I'm just coming down with a cold. What? Afterglow? But he couldn't. Why, I've already... You did? He's just seen Peter. He's bought Afterglow. Reggie saw the cable. What, he's told the newspapers that he's going to co-star us in it this fall. Yes. Yes, I've read it. Lovely. Lovely love scenes. Lovely.
Well?
Well?
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, it will be when my pot's built up.
Now listen.
Darling.
Wonderful. Miriam Hopkins, Charles Korvin. Let's get Miriam back there. Miriam, that was so wonderful, really it was. Gee, you know when I watch you act, lights flash, sparks fly, and bells ring.
You sound like a pinball machine.
No, Miriam, really. I want to ask you something. I read where you were looking for a leading man. You're going to star in a new play this fall, and you're looking for a leading man, a handsome, young, debonair leading man. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, could I be of any help?
Well, you could help me look for him.
No, really. What I mean is you don't understand what an actor I am. I mean, after all, look, let's not talk about that, Miriam. I want to ask you a question. I wonder if I could take you home tonight.
Why, I'm awfully sorry, but I have a date.
Your regular boyfriend?
No, just somebody on the show.
Somebody you met on the show?
Yes.
Right. Well, was it that Johnny Weissmuller?
No.
Wasn't that John Sebastian?
No.
No. Well, who could it be? Who could...
That you folks have enjoyed the show. We really like to give our all for remember, but what you spent, let's get together